Hey guys, how you doing there? This is Marley here. Just thought I'd have a bit of music at the start with a yin yang. That was the track Running from the Destiny Chill album by Fiddler's Spice. I advise you go pick that up. It's a great album, got all sorts of music on it, and if you like diverse music, all sorts of different types, you'll love the album. I was filming a yin yang at the start. Because I really wanted to make this video about good and evil and the deceptions of both of them in society. Good and evil is the driving force of daily life for all people in society. It's the it is the domination of belief system. It really takes over how people see the world day to day because of their belief systems about religion and culture and how they're brought up and everything. They build their viewpoint on what they can trust, what they can accept, and what they can't accept. Because on the basis of how you're brought up and what you're brought up around, you consider different things to be good and evil. Of course, but there's a common knowledge, that peace, love, happiness, that's good, and that death, destruction, evil, that's evil. Which is interesting because it's quite clearly an endless war going on here. Good versus evil is two mind consciousness systems that are just designed to enslave humanity, as all mind consciousness systems are, but they are the two most relevant systems in day-to-day life of how people think and how they act in situations. As it is in this moment now, it has always been since the beginning. It is a struggle, an endless struggle of good versus evil. It goes down to the smallest things when you see in society. Because of how, people have funerals, most people, everybody wears black. People have this perception in their mind that black is evil. Black's an evil colour, so someone who's wearing black, be careful, he might be evil. And if he's wearing white, don't worry about it, he's probably a good guy. And when you look at the yin yang as well, you consider that it's black and white, but then the black bit has a bit of white in it and the white bit has a bit of black in it. Now what that explains to me is that we're all as one as equal, and that the principle of balance is something which is shifted out of balance by how people think in their minds. So people will think good thoughts, or what is perceived as good thoughts, but they'll actually create evil around them. And then vice versa for the same thing with other people. People will be thinking evil, but they'll actually be creating good things around them. It's an endless, like I've said, it's an endless war. It's all a viewpoint and how you're brought up. The main deceiver of it, is religion, of course, is what perpetuates it. We accept and allow religion to perpetuate the war of good and evil within us and as our world. If you've read the Bible, I've read the Bible, read Genesis, read Revelations, Ezekiel, Isaiah. Certain chapters are just, if you read them, it doesn't make any sense why people think Satan is the most evil person in the Bible, because clearly God is. In Genesis he's just lying to Adam and Eve, you're going to die if you eat of the tree of knowledge. And then Satan turns up, doesn't he, and just says to them, well, no, you're not going to die because God's lying to you. God is lying. And actually that tree is the secret of who you are and who created you. Yeah, and then all the reference to the gods in the Bible, and God himself admits to creating good and evil, but yet he casts down Satan for doing something he perceives as evil. It doesn't make any sense. When Cain killed Abel, Cain is the son of Satan and Eve, and Abel is the son of Adam and Eve. When Cain killed Abel in the Bible, God punished Cain by putting an immortal mark on his forehead so that he couldn't be killed in the physical. It's a very strange punishment, isn't it? Well, I always thought it was a strange punishment anyway, but really I just wanted to make this video just so that people can really just take a step back from their belief systems and what you've been taught in your life and what you accept as reality, to see that it's an endless war, good and evil, that is going to end up with humanity destroyed and everyone being shifted into the dimensional existence, which, again, the religions, teaching us, it's all something to attain, heaven's something to look for and hell's something to avoid. But if we knew that our heaven was full of horrors and our hell is right here as now in the world we're creating, we wouldn't feel the same about it. We wouldn't feel that, we better be Christian before we die so we can go to heaven. We wouldn't think like that. We wouldn't be as that to represent us. We wouldn't allow that energy to be us. Acceptance is what must be, bottom line, above all things, because all as one are truly equal. We are all as one as equal, as all in existence are. Breath of life. Take self-responsibility for your actions. Take self-directive principle in the moment. Don't allow your past memory pictures to direct you in the present moment. Take self-responsibility for yourself. Apply self-forgiveness in self-honesty so that mind consciousness systems are not represented as you in the world. Because you are not a mind consciousness system no matter what you believe about yourself. Because if we allow good and evil to continue, like I say, we're going to all get destroyed and find out in the dimensional existence how deceived we really have been. But anyway, endless war, two mind consciousness systems enslaving humanity. This is Marley.